Hey guys, PrinceofMacedon here. I'm doing this commentary video for Napoleon Total War. This was an online multiplayer battle. I commanded the United Netherlands. My opponent was Patater, in command of the Russians. This is being played on the Dresden map. And typically on this map, you know, people will fight for the control right here of the center. But you can see my opponent back here is not going to be playing that game. He's going to sit back there. But let's look at my army first before I talk about all that junk. Let's see. This is my right flank here. I've got 8 units of line infantry. I gave them 1 experience chevron each. They're causing all kinds of smoke to be kicked up from the ground. I have 2 units of the 7-pounder howitzers. I got 1 on the right, and then I have 1 on the left supporting my other infantry back here. As for my other infantry on my left, I have 4 units of grenadiers, these guys. And then here's my commanding officer. This is William, the Prince of Orange. Here he is. I brought him to this battle. Very prestigious. I have 2 units of cav. Where are they at? Hold on. Here it is. They're the triangles on the mini-map here. Here's one. This is a Chevaux Léger. They look pretty cool. Then I have another one back here. Sorry about that. These guys, the Carabiners. Awesome. Alright, so, yeah, as I said, I'm going to run for control of the center of the map here, but my opponent is not going to play that game. I'm already at the center of the map right now, right here. But my opponent's going to sit back here with his Russian army. I don't remember what he had. He has at least 2 units of Russian Jaeger. There's 1 here and there's 1 somewhere else. They're kind of hidden though, so you can't really see them until they move. He might have more, I don't remember though. He's got a, just like 1 unit of the lifeguard foot. These guys, they're pretty elite. Then he has a bunch of line infantry. Oh, sorry, musketeers. There's 1 here, 1 here, 1 back here, 1 here, and 1 here. So that's 1, 2. Oh, I didn't even count. 3, 4. It's like 5 units of musketeers. Then here's his other Russian Jaeger unit. Then he has, here's the real meat of his army here. He has 3 units of these 20-pounder unicorns. He has 1 here, 1 here. They have extreme range. So that's why he's content to sit back. He's just going to pound me as I take control of the center of the map. What else does he have? He has his cav units. He has 3 cav units. 1 is a lifeguard horse. Another is Cossack cav. Those are light horsemen. Then he has a unit of the Chevalier Guard, these guys. Alright, and he has a commanding officer. I think he put his commanding officer with these guys. One of these guys, I don't know. So yeah, look, my opponent's lighting me up already with his unicorns. And he stretched his infantry out so that when I do get my artillery into position, he won't take as many casualties. And he also spread his units out as well, you know, to cut down on losses. So I came forward here. I formed up for battle, but I started getting pounded by his artillery. Like, once my guys came out in the open, he started to target my infantry. So I lost 2 guys here in this unit of line infantry. And my guys are just getting slaughtered by those unicorns, so I'm going to run them back here because I don't see a battle coming anytime soon. I'm just going to hide behind these buildings to avoid getting shot by his unicorns. And yeah, here, look, I managed to get, this is the very middle of the map. I'm already, like, at this point, I'm already past the middle line, so you can see how far back my opponent deployed his army. So yeah, I'm just going to start finding places for my infantry to take cover. And behind these buildings is perfect. And you can actually occupy this building. Of course, that's an obvious place. So the unicorns can destroy this building if they, you know, if they fully damaged it. So I didn't want to get inside those buildings just yet. By the way, somebody wanted me to use the United Netherlands. I've used them many times in the past, mainly for Empire Total War. But it's been a while since I used it in any battle, so I decided to use them again. Unfortunately, my opponent picked Russia. Like, Russia's pretty good. I mean, as they should be in this time period. But I was hoping my opponent would have went easy on me, and picked a faction like Spain or Portugal or Denmark, but no, he went for the Russians. So the only guys I'm going to leave out in the open are my artillery pieces, and so I'm getting my 7-pounder howitzers into position to strike at his infantry. I've got one deploying out here, and they're ready to get targeted by his dudes, by his unicorns. And my other artillery piece is back here somewhere. Why is it so hard to find on this map? Here they are. So I'm going to set them up right here. Then we're going to unlimber them so they can fire back. Alright, well, they're going to sit tight for a minute. These guys... I'm sorry, I had a little brain fart. These guys, I'm getting into position. The other unit of artillery here, these guys were not firing for some reason. I didn't know what the deal was, but they would not fire. Even though they were within range of these guys, they would not fire for some reason. So, they're just going to hang tight here. And my other artillery is getting into position, and they are back here. They have a ways to go. They're right here. They're slowly creeping up. They'll eventually get into the war, but not just yet. Alright, so... Instead of cutting pieces out of the battle, I'm just going to use the fast forward button so that you don't miss anything. But right now, I'm just getting pounded by his artillery, and soon I'll be returning fire. And when I can, I'll use the fast forward button, but this is a really long battle. This might be the longest battle I've had. I don't remember, to be honest, but it's going to be pretty long. Gaboosh. These guys are still not firing. They're down to 10 men now. And let me get some water real quick. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. Alright, finally they are going to target the enemy. We're going to go for those closest units of musketeers. Actually, for the Russian Jaeger, I think. I think that was my first target. So let's see where it hits. Actually, I went for his musketeers, because they're easier to hit. But that explosion killed one of the Russian Jaegers. So that's that. Obviously my artillery is really no match for his artillery. Like, I'm not ranged and outnumbered by his unicorns. Finally I got these guys in position though. So it's not as demoralizing. So at least I can return fire now. But yeah, I'm gonna fast forward this action. And what to talk about? Not much really. Just kinda hanging out. Lots of explosions, lots of fast forward action. And you can't hear anything for some reason. That's probably because we're fast forwarding. But I'll stop fast forwarding once action happens. Let me open the minimap bigger so you can see more. Yeah, this is just the artillery phase. And yeah, we're just gonna exchange fire for a bit. Say, this is a cool map. I don't really like it, but it's cool though. I'll give it that. And yeah, later on I will occupy that huge building next to me. Alright, here's some movement now. My opponent's making a move with his infantry on this side. And that's probably because he saw me hunkering behind these buildings here. Like, I'm not in a position to fight him, so he's gonna start moving up his troops to take terrain. So he's moving up his lifeguard foot, his Russian Jaeger, some musketeers, and they are moving with the support of the unicorns. But when I see his infantry coming up, I don't want them to come up, you know, like contested. So I'm going to move out my grenadiers, and I think I have some line infantry here as well. My line infantry is behind this building. I have 2 units of line infantry, plus my cav. They're safe behind these buildings here. But yeah, I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna pick a fight with his infantry. But finally my opponent's offering me battle, and I'm gonna take it before he withdraws. So here come my grenadiers. And yeah, I'm being targeted by his unicorns already. So I'm forming up here. And these guys are rushing up here. Yeah, these guys, they can toss grenades. I'm getting shot. And I was getting really excited here. I lost control of my troops. Like, I have these guys running up here. And look at this mistake he made in his deployment. He has his Russian Jaegers fire behind his dudes, so he's gonna move them back. But yeah, I have these guys up here. We're gonna toss our grenades, but look at the morale of my guys. It dropped way down. And yeah, so I took out my cav, all my cav. I only have 2, and I went for his Russian Jaegers. But then I saw his musketeers coming out to save his Jaegers. So I ran back, and look, I lost my grenadier unit here. I thought I could knock those guys out, but those were his lifeguard foot, so that was kind of wishful thinking on my part. And these guys were out too. That was a huge micro mistake. But I tried to rectify the situation by charging into the backs of his musketeers with my cav. But I saw them. I thought they were forming up for a square. I couldn't tell. It said they were winning, so I withdrew and I went right for his lifeguard foot with my cav, because those guys are drained from my grenadiers. So I'm gonna plow into these lifeguard units, and I'm getting targeted right now by his unicorns. But yeah, look at that! I routed his lifeguard foot, so that was a huge blessing there. So I took out his elite units, and his musketeers were out too. So that was a pretty good attack, I guess. Not exactly an even exchange, but at least I drew blood. My cav is depleted. This unit of Chevaux Légers are down to 13, and my carabiners are down to 11. So that was a huge drain on my guys. And here I wanted to continue the pressure, because his guys are kind of divided. I mean, they're not united in a combined force. So I wanted to fight his men as they were dispersed all around the map here.
Our men are running, sir.
And I got some men running. These guys, those are my more grenadiers are running away. But I'm gonna keep in the fight. As I said, I wanted to fight his guys as they were dispersed like this. And I wanted to fight his men as they were out in the open, and not, you know, hiding out behind his unicorns. And now my opponent's rushing up some more infantry. And here's a huge, this was the mistake he made. He had his Jaegers firing behind his musketeers here. And now they're in a better position now. Now the Russian Jaegers are taking shots at my grenadiers. And now I have to bring up my grenadiers. Sorry, my line infantry. My grenadiers are dead for the most part, except for these guys. But I have to rush them up to get within range of his skirmishers. My guys are running. It's these guys. Those are my carabiners. They could not take the artillery fire anymore. So I took whatever cav I had left. Those are my Chevaux Légers. I have 11 horses. And I'm going to charge into those guys. So I want to keep up the pressure. So I routed his unit of musketeers. That was sweet. And then I think I went for his Russian Jaeger. And all the meanwhile, as I'm attacking his guys in the open, I'm getting shot by his unicorns. So that was very risky, engaging him in open combat like this. I'm losing so many guys. And as for my Chevaux Légers, they're doing okay, but they're down to 6 horses versus his 32 Russian Jaegers. So my horses do run, and they scoot out of there. Alright, so I still have some infantry in the vicinity. I want to kill some more of his guys before I retreat, because right now I'm getting hacked by his unicorns. It's not pretty, guys. Alright, so when I saw more of his infantry coming up, these guys and these guys, that's when I decided to, you know, to make a tactical withdrawal. Let's see when I start to withdraw. Yeah, that and the fact that I'm getting pummeled by his artillery. That wasn't a good thing. Alright, my guys are not withdrawing. Oh, look at that. That was bad. But yeah, okay, now I make the withdrawal. There it is. I probably should have withdrew a little bit sooner than that. Now my guy's getting shot from behind. How ideal that my guys are wearing those targets on their backs. Oh, never mind. They have their knapsacks, so they can't see their targets on their backs. But he's gonna rush up here. But hey, you know, I bled some of his men, and I routed some of his men. So I thought that was a pretty good engagement there. But I lost tons of guys, as I said. So I'm gonna scoot back and hide behind my buildings here. And I brought out the Prince of Orange to provide morale support, so that my guys could withdraw in good order and not just rout. So I got my guys behind this building again. I managed to save one of my grenadier units. These guys are down to 29 men from 60. And look at my howitzer here. It's down to 6 men. And these guys are no longer firing. I don't know what's going on with my howitzers here. Like, they would not fire. Maybe their guns were damaged, but they were not firing anymore. They were just, you know, pacing back and forth, practicing their parade drills. I don't know what they're doing. Looks ridiculous. But oh, look at that. Yeah, my opponent brought his infantry up more. So I turned around to shoot his men again, and I lost a unit. These guys are routing. Who are they? They are my line infantry. So I wanted to bleed more of his guys before I made a full withdrawal. So I shot his guys again, but his guys are pretty healthy. This one's down to 59. Not great, but it's better than nothing. This one's down to 78 from 80. And this one's at 61 from 80. So let's get behind these buildings again. Take cover. Alright. So I'm taking some line infantry from the middle of the map. I'm going to reinforce my left flank. And I meant to... You know, I meant for these guys to oust these 3 units of Russian infantry. So that's why I was bringing these guys out here. So I was going to reassemble for another fight. But these guys are so depleted right now. One's down to 47, another's down to 29. So I'm bringing out my guys here. And, so yeah, I am firing at his guys right now. And they're going to withdraw, because they are out of position. And I formed up these guys on the flanks here, to exchange fire with those musketeers in the back. And something happens here, I forgot. Well, on my left, I'm getting, these guys were depleted to begin with, so... For some reason they're moving forward here. I don't know why. Oh yeah, this is what happened. My opponent brought his cav forward here. And that's why I couldn't sustain the fight anymore. He also brought up his Russian Jaegers. So this is why I started to withdraw again. Otherwise I would have stayed to fight. Plus, as I said, he has his unicorns, like, blasting my dudes to oblivion. So I'm going to retreat back towards the center of the map here. Yeah, right now I'm in enemy territory, and back here this is the middle of the map. So I'm going to defend the middle here. So these guys are retreating. I had to bring the Prince of Orange out. Like, I could not lose him at any cost. Like, he was my morale man. And these guys are slowly retreating. Or essentially redeploying into the center of the town. Alright, so what are these guys doing? His cav's gonna... They're gonna take the long route, and they're going to come from the other side. Like, they can come from this bridge, or they can go even farther around, come around this way, or they can go even farther around and come this way. In the situation though, these guys are still not firing, they're just...
We've taken the
see?
buildings up.
They're just hanging out here. They've been pacing back and forth since the beginning. And I put my... Whoops. I put my depleted, units here. These are for my left flank. I put them inside this building here. And he can target this building all he wants. Like, before it blows up, I'll just take him out of the building. So my opponent now, he has taken this part of the map here. And he should have had this at the beginning. This is his side of the map, by the way. Right here. So he pushed me out of his territory. And now I'm going to hunker down, get ready for the fight. And on the minimap here, I am the blue dots. So you can see his cav is going around this way. And these guys are going to deploy here so they can defend the choke point in case I decide to cross. Alright, now my opponent's targeting my buildings here because I have units inside. So here are these guys. These guys are inside, and now they're going to defend this building. And now they're actually taking shots at these guys who are assembled by across the bank here. So he's taking some, I mean, it's not deadly fire, but it's very annoying fire. Like, he can't stay here. He's got to withdraw. Or charge. Withdrawal is probably the better option. Alright, so here I redeployed my artillery. And now I'm going to target his infantry that assembled across that bank over there. Then I'm going to fire at his guys. And yeah, that's it. What are they targeting right now? I don't know. Oh, they're targeting his cav, I think. Oh, no. Yeah, here I reposition them. So I can target his infantry. We're gonna see what the damage is. Oh, look at those! Flying Russians. That was a nice shot. That unit's down to 50. I mean, they were already hurt, but that shot didn't help anything. I wish these guys would do something. They're just still pacing back and forth. That's my other howitzer team. These guys are doing pretty well so far. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep up the fire on those guys until they withdraw. Look at that shot. That actually damaged my own building there. But yeah, finally he's going to move his troops back over here. So I killed two more musketeers in that unit. And the morale is way low. Look at that, it's red. Alright. What am I looking for? Oh, his cav. Let's look at his cav. He's got his Cossack cav and his lifeguard horse. And I brought up my infantry to fire at his horses. Like, I saw them coming around, so I took out a reserve unit to shoot his guys. I got him over here and over here. This is a depleted grenadier unit. So he's taking lots of casualties. This Cossack cav unit is down to 18 from 30. And now he's going to withdraw. And his lifeguard horse are down to 27 from 30. And by the way, his lifeguard horse is where his general's at. And this building's smoking. Look at that. And here I'm rushing out some more infantry. I wanted to kill these cav units, but he's gonna withdraw way back this time. But in case they come back, I have my infantry waiting. And stay out. So Dresden's smoking here. Ooh, look how close that guy's. Look at it. Look, he's on fire. He might need some what do you call it? Right guard or underarm. What's that deodorant brand that puts out fire? I don't know. All right, so these guys are being shelled right now. Oh, his skirmishers are shooting at my guys over here. And the reason why I took them out is because this building is about to blow. Or so I thought. I took them out anyways. I've had too many experiences where my guys were still in the building and the building just crumbled, so I didn't want to let that happen to me again, so I just took him out. Alright, excuse me for a second. I don't know what's going on with my sniffles here. Alright, I'm back. So yeah, this is a pretty intense battle. Like, all these shots are damaging. These guys are getting shot right now. I thought they were safely behind this building here, but they're still in range from the splash damage from the explosion. So I lost some guys here unnecessarily. At least I'm firing back though. But I'm missing. Excuse me. That is not really coughing, that's me. I swallowed water down the wrong pipe. Oops. Oh, how embarrassing. Yeah, let me try that again. My throat's so dry. Excuse me. Okay, I think I'm back. Alright, so back to the mini-map here. Let's look at this. So, I'm kind of surrounded here. We've got his Russian infantry on this side. And down here we have his cav. And then, see, I'm not really surrounded, but it's something. Then we got more of his cav here, and then all of his 20-pounder unicorns. So that is the tactical situation. Yeah, I'd really like to oust these guys. But those unicorns are playing so much havoc here. Like, I had a breakout plan where I just charge out here with all my men and just smash all these guys. But, you know, I'm using the United Netherlands, so I don't know how feasible that plan was. But it was an option. And, yeah, if I did go out there, he could easily, like, reposition his men to target this, this choke point and this slaughter man that came across. Plus, all of his unicorns would have slaughtered me too, so that plan wasn't really on my top priority of plans. These guys are safe right now because they have these buildings to protect them from the unicorns. Alright, let's do some fast forwarding here. I don't see anything happening right now, so let's fast forward. And I will resume play at normal speed once something happens. Besides this artillery ruckus that you've seen. Oh, alright, something happened over here. Alright. Okay, never mind, that's not really... Okay, yeah. I'm putting my guys back inside this building, I think. And now they're getting shot. But yeah, I put him inside the building here. Because his guys were in range. So I'll take more shots at these guys. Yeah, once I get in this building, I think these guys are in range of my defenders.
Our men are running, sir.
I have a unit running over here. And that was my artillery team over here. Those were the guys who weren't doing anything. They were just pacing back and forth, so I didn't really care about them. Alright, I thought my guys would shoot at them, but I guess not. But the town hall here is damaged 68% of the way. So let's resume fast forward here. Prepare to fast forward, fast forwarding, fast forward. And once again, I will resume play once something happens here. It's a very long battle. Alright, something's happening again. He moved his Russian Jaegers closer, and that's when they were in range of my guys inside the buildings. So let's watch some Jaegers fight it. Oh, that one bit it. Either that or he's pretending to be dead. And he withdraws. Let's fast forward that. I thought something cool was gonna happen, but apparently not. Lots of explosions. Lots of explosions. Alright. He's moving up his skirmishers again. Right here. I think I'm gonna come forward and try to attack him. His skirmishers. I think. Let's see. Prepare to fast forward. Fast forwarding! Oh, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go forward here and try to take out the skirmishers with my light infantry. Because these guys had no support from his light infantry, or his musketeers, so I felt safe attacking them, so I brought them down to 38 men. And I think I get another volley of muskets out. Let's see. What are they doing? I don't know. No, that's all she wrote. So I dropped them down to 38, and now my light infantry is being targeted by his unicorns. So I'm gonna get out of there. Oh, there goes my building here. Beautiful. It's a good thing nobody was inside there this time. Yeah, I took my guys out. Look at that. That is gorgeous. So I withdrew my guys back here. And his Russian Jaegers come forward once again. So I think I come forward again with my light infantry. Yep, here they come. So this time he shoots at me first, because he does have the range advantage. And as they reload, my guys will shoot back. That is the situation. Alright, drop them down to 36 men. Here comes his musketeers, finally. And that's when I get out of there. So my guys are down to 55 men. Oh, my mistake. I thought these guys routed. This is another team, apparently. Oh no, I think they did rout, but they came back from routing. And so they went back to pacing back and forth. Like, I don't know, like ridiculous animatronics. I think my other artillery team, yeah, these guys, they did rout. My bad. Yeah, I tried to bring them forward here, or to the side to attack his cav, but then my opponent had one lucky hit and it wiped out pretty much everybody in that unit. I remember that now. So these guys never routed. They've been pacing back and forth since the beginning. Alright. So we're kind of, I don't know, trying to get the edge on the other opponent. I'm going to fast forward this, of course. Nothing's happening. The only guys moving are my artillery pieces, who are just pacing back and forth. Yeah, I was really hoping that we would have fought for the for the town center here, instead of what you're seeing right now. So I'm just reshuffling my positions here, trying to draw his infantry in so I can fight him. So lots of fast forwarding here. And the reason why I'm fast forwarding instead of cutting parts out is so that you can see everything. I don't want to cut parts out of the video. Alright, Russian Jaegers are moving this way. These guys right here. They're skirting around, and now I'm bringing up these guys. Oh, the reason why I brought these guys up was because I was getting hit by his artillery again. So these Russian Jaegers are coming around this way, and I saw what they were doing. They're heading towards this land bridge here. Little causeway, whatever. So how do I respond to that? Let's see. Fast forwarding. Alright, I brought my line infantry again up to target his Russian Jaegers. They're down to 33 men, these Russian Jaegers. My line infantry is down to 54 men. They should be firing again any minute here. Or not. There we go. And their morale is red. That's not good for them. But good for me, though. Alright, I peeled off a unit of line infantry to attack his Russian Jaegers as they cross this land bridge. And look, my opponent brought up a unicorn, so he can have better shooting angles on my guys. And now I'm getting smashed by his unicorns. My line infantry is down to 70 men. They were healthy until they came out of hiding. So that's how devastating his unicorns were. So I'm targeting his Russian Jaegers. They're down to 46 from 60. And this guy's going to set up his unicorns here. And these guys are about this unit of line infantry to target the flanks of these musketeers here. So I think I get some pretty good shots on them, I think. Do they? Or do they just sit here and get shot? Yeah, these guys, never mind, I don't shoot them at all. They reposition themselves, so I don't get to shoot at them at all. These guys are being shot at. There's the Russian Jaegers. They're down to 22 men now. Oh, there's some cab action going on over here. So he brought up his Chevalier Guard to charge my guys. I formed into a square, and when that happened, his Russian Jaegers finished my guys off. Now my guys are routing. So I tried to attack his guys when they're out in the open, but it failed. So I had to withdraw again. Those unicorns are too much. Meanwhile, I'm still shooting at these Russian Jaegers. And finally, they are routing. They're down to 17 men now. Now I'm going to keep pressing forward here. I'm going to target these musketeers. They are at 35. My guys are at 49. Ooh, I probably could have stayed in that fight. Oh, that sucks. But no use crying over spilled milk. Yeah, I could have taken these guys. These cabs. These guys have been here for a while. There's Lifeguard Horse and his Cossack Cav. So this is feeling like a siege battle almost. Because my opponent let me advance into this town center, and now I'm just trapped in here. Alright, let's do some more fast forward action here. Oh, he put up his cab to smash my line infantry. He wanted to make sure those guys didn't stop routing, so he killed them. Or he pursued them.
Our men are running, sir.
Alright, finally these guys are routing. These guys were a nuisance. These were the guys who were pacing back and forth. So I'm glad they're off the picture now. Alright, let's see some more fast forward action. Let's open up the mini-map, make it a bigger map. A biggie map, I guess you can call that. Alright, movement. Russian Jaegers are coming out here in force. Look how my howitzers just walk right through them. Alright, my opponent's bringing up his cab now.
One of our units
I got these guys here, taking shots at them, but they're down to, they're about to bite it. Those are my grenadiers who survived at the beginning. But I brought up some line infantry to back them up. And his guys are going to bug out of there. And over here, there is some more action here. Those are his Russian Jaegers. Ooh, micro mistake by me. I was trying to target these guys, but when I saw how the Russian Jaegers were right next to me, I chased after these Russian Jaegers. And these guys are going to retreat. They do not want to fight in a bayonet fight with my guys, so they run. Ooh, they're facing the wrong way. Maybe they're trying to intimidate me with their backs. But I'm going to stop my guys and try to shoot at them. But they are not turning around to shoot. Finally. Yeah, take that, you Russian Jaegers. Such a long battle. Oh, water break. Alright, never mind. Now these guys are crossing this land bridge here. So now I'm going to take some guys out to fight these guys. Who am I going to bring back? I'm going to bring back these guys. Hold on. These guys are going to turn back and fight these guys, his Russian Jaegers. And who's going to fight these guys? I don't know. He has 2 guys versus my 1. I'm going to come forward and attack. Here we go. Action! For some reason they would not fire. They still had ammunition, but they didn't fire. So I just decided to bayonet charge them. Meanwhile, his Jaegers are shooting at my guys. It sucked. These guys getting shot from behind. So let's watch this fight. Oh, this fight is so freaking long. I'm so annoyed. Like, just watching the replay annoys me. Let's see who wins the fight. Ooh, I strangled one of his guys there. Alright, here comes a Chevalier Guard. They're coming to charge. So my guys run away. They're actually routing. So I've lost tons of guys. Here comes this cav. One's fighting my line infantry here. And I didn't see them at the moment. That's why my guys are not in a square. And these guys are out here. So I routed one of his Chevalier Guards, thankfully. And what is this? I'm fighting his Cossack Cav right now. Actually, he's fighting my Prince of Orange, actually. Not pretty, watching your commanding officer get, fighting enemy cav like this. I have my square form back here. Trying to cover the retreat of my Prince of Orange. Let's open up the biggie map here.
Our men are running, sir.
I have a unit running. Who are they? It's these guys. Yeah, these guys, this was a careless mistake. These guys, had I seen his cav come in, I could have formed him to a square. That sucks that I lost them. So my opponent's all over the map right now. You know, I didn't know the unicorns could fire this long. I thought they would have ran out of ammunition by now. But no, they are still firing. So I have I have 4 units left. I have my Prince of Orange. I've got this unit of line infantry. And I've got this unit right here. This unit of, another unit of line infantry. And then I have another unit of line infantry. I have to get behind these buildings again. My opponent has Cossack Cav depleted. This unit of Lifeguard Horse, they're pretty healthy still. Musketeers, heavily depleted. Russian Jaegers down to 50%. He still has all 3 of his 20-pounder unicorns. This unit of Musketeers are pretty healthy. Or they're down to 51 at least. Then he has this unit here. 36 out of 80 Musketeers. So we still have a fight here. But he is so hesitant to commit to the battle. Like every time I come out to play, he withdraws. Alright, let's do some more fast forwarding action here. You can see him assembling across this bank here. Here comes Musketeers. And I think I'm going to come out and try to fight him. I think. Yeah. I take these guys out here. I have 48 units of this line infantry here. And I'm going to start shooting at his unit of Musketeers. Down to 36. So let's watch this engagement here. A little scruffle. Look at that. I use my rally feature and actually rout this unit of Musketeers. So now I'm going to fight these guys, the Musketeers behind the other Musketeers. Look at that building crumbling. And this guy's going to run away. See, I still have the means to fight him. And he still has... He still wants to not fight me. Alright, so he withdraws here. And this is not... I should not be too close to this building here. I might fall again. I don't want to fall on my head. Okay. Situation now. I've got the Prince of Orange. I've got this unit of 67 line infantry. And this unit of 28 line infantry. And the bombardment is still just as intense as it was at the beginning of the battle. Let's open up the biggie map here. What am I doing here? I'm going to try to outflank his guys, I think. Yeah. I'm going to form up here to outflank his units here. If you're kind of hanging out. Let's see how this part goes. See, my plan here was to kill his Musketeers, and then hunker down so I could wait for his artillery to run out of ammunition. So I get some good shots on these guys. And they run away, they're down to 34. So he has a unit of 34 Musketeers, a unit of 19 Musketeers, and this unit here of 31 Russian Jaegers. Then he has some cav, he has this one unit of Lifeguard Horse. And the rest of his units are his artillery. So we still had a fight going here. Like, I'm down to 3 units. This unit of 71 line infantry, a unit of 28, and a unit of 64 plus the Prince of Orange. Let's fast forward this again. Seriously, this battle was so freaking long. Like, and that's because of my opponent's strategy not to fight for the middle of the map here. Like, he just sat back, uses artillery. That's why this battle took so freaking long. So I'm walking back here. And he's got his infantry formed up in the town center now. Alright. So here is the piece of action right now. And the volume is up, but it's quiet because I'm fast forwarding right now. So I see his musketeers coming out, so I come out to fight them. And then they run back. And here I lost my general here. That sucked for me. I needed this guy to provide morale support. So there is a Prince of Orange, he's leaving. He got sick of this fight. Probably got bored of it like I did. So I'm trading shots with his Russian Jaegers here. So I'm bringing out all my guys to play. He's some calves, pretty close by. Those are his lifeguard horse. And this is quite a risk for me, because I'm getting shot by his artillery right now. But I wanted to rout his Russian Jaegers. You see his cav coming from behind? These guys... And look at that, I routed them. I routed his Russian Jaegers and his musketeers. And his cav sitting back here. Here they come. So I turned my guys into a square. Oh, look at that. That shot brought this unit down to 6 line infantry.
Our men are running, sir.
So now I'm down to 71 line infantry and 53 line infantry. My opponent still has this cav. And he has this one unit right here of musketeers. The rest of his units are his 20-pounder unicorns. So in terms of infantry, I can still outmatch him. And I can still kill his cav with my infantry. I just have to avoid his artillery. So that's what my new strategy is, to avoid his artillery. And then once they run out of ammunition, I'm going to come out and destroy his remaining unit of musketeers, who are 33. And then I can pick off his unicorns once they run out of ammunition. That was my game plan. So, I am outnumbered, like in terms of numbers, but in terms of line infantry, I outnumber him. I just have to avoid his artillery. And I'm pretty safe right now, because these buildings provide very excellent support, like defensive support. So he's going to reposition his artillery here, so he can get some flanking shots on my infantry. But I can easily move my guys again. There are plenty of hiding places on this map. And so, before that happens, it's a draw. We fought for an hour, guys. 1 hour. So I killed 432 of his guys, and I lost 757 troops. But then again, I had 976 men to begin with, whereas my opponent had 786 men to begin with. My opponent killed 732 of my guys, and he had 499 losses. But I think a draw was a fair conclusion, a fair result for this battle. Good game to Patater. Hope you guys enjoyed this draw battle on the Dresden map.